Hello, family. It's your girl Renee, and welcome back to Breathe with Renee, family. I want you guys to be at peace in your spirit and do not let anything steal your joy. Let me tell you, family, I just prayed and I want you guys to go check it out. God's Grace Better Ready War Room, family. Remember, we fast from 6 to 6, and that's just what we do over here. Because let me tell you something. We want God to break all them strongholds from over our life. The enemy that we can't see coming. Let me tell you, God is in control. God gonna block that thing off. God gonna block out everything. I don't care if it's through the phone. I don't care if it's through a source through the enemy. You know, the enemy, that's how the devil work, family. He will use the people who have sold their souls and have them do his dirty work. And then they will have somebody go through them and so forth and so on. And it just keep on continuing, family. But let me tell you something. The devil can't get us because we are chosen. God fights our battles. That's why the devil is bad, family. But that is not what I want to talk to you about today. First of all, I wanted to know, did you thank God for waking you up this morning, closing you in your right mind? Let me tell you, family. Let me tell you, I have said a great prayer. I want you guys to go check out prayer, family. Go on YouTube Live and check out prayer. Of course, I'm on YouTube right now, so yeah, y'all can check it out, family. But I just want to know, what are you teaching your children? What are you teaching your children, family? Are you just telling them what they want to hear, or are you're telling them what's right? Are you their friend, or are you their parent? What is it? A lot of times, parents, you'll tell your children what you think they want to hear because you're scared they're gonna walk out the door, they're gonna leave. Half of them should have been gone anyway. Let them go. You're not giving up on them. You are giving them up to God. That is what you are doing, family. And let me tell you something. Trust and believe. I was one of them, and they would always come back and thank you. They'll move on, go on, and be successful in life, but they will always come back and thank you and say, thank you, mama. Because one thing about it, I see you are strong. And the reason why I'm saying mama, because my oldest dad wasn't in his life like that. So some of you have your mom and your dad. You are blessed. Even though that they are not together, you still have your mom and you still have your dad, and you know that you can go talk to them, you can communicate with them, and they have been good co-parents or what have you. Let me tell you, but everybody don't have that. I don't want you to allow your children to have an excuse because of their father wasn't in their life, or a single man because their mother wasn't in their life. You need to let them know that they can still be great. They still can be all that they can be, and that it's time for them to be strong, because they're going to have to be strong. So if, God say the same when it come down to their children, then they can instill that same thing inside of their children, and that they don't come off just trying to just tell them what they want to hear. They just say, you know what? This is what it is. This is boundaries. This is house rules. And you just let your kids know the real family. Because let me tell you something about kids. They like to be chastised. Half of them act out because you don't even care, or you act like you don't care. And guess what they'll do? When they see you acting out, and you see them acting out, if you don't say anything, guess what? They're going to keep acting out. Because guess what? In their mind, they thinking you want them to be like that if you would not communicate with them. And to be honest with you, it seems like that parents in the world today, that's what they do. They think that if their child is in the streets and doing all this malice stuff, that, oh, they're not scared, they're not afraid. Let me tell you something. Raise your child in the way that they should go. When they grow old, they will never depart from it. I'm finna tell you a story. When I was a little girl, this is a real quick story, family. Let me tell you. My mama made us go to church like 6 days after week, singing. Like, I know it was four tops. I know, because you got Wednesday night choir Bible study, then you got Tuesday choir rehearsal. We had to be involved in everything, every competition, and just everything that was going on. We had to be a part of it. It could be a revival, and a revival you going like every day, every night. And when I tell you, family, I went to church so much, I said, you know what? When I get grown, I'm not never going to church. I was just so fed up. I felt like I was missing something in the streets, family. I felt like I just needed to break free. I felt like I was just locked up and just caged in, family. Let me tell you something. My mama she didn't budge. But let me tell you, my brother seemed like they could do anything they wanted to do. You know, he supposed to come to church. He hop on the bus. I'm from Chicago. He hop on the CTA bus and, you know, he come on home. Now, mind you, he supposed to been putting money in the church. Now, he took that money and jumped on the bus. And then I'm like, oh, what if I do that? What if I try that? Let me tell you something. I never did because I was too afraid. Because one thing about my daddy, he did not play. And then mama tell daddy, you already know it's going down. You going to get a whooping. And trust me, when your parent whipped you, you would rather have a street fight than for your parent to whoop you. But make a long story short, family, let me tell you something. 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 If I would have knew then what I knew now, I would have gave God my life a long time ago. I would have stayed in church. I would have, you know, just been all that I could be, you know, because I know churches aren't perfect now. Do not get me wrong. Churches aren't perfect. Churches have a lot of problems. I have saw a lot. You know, I have been under, you know, a preacher that preached the word and wasn't living it. But I'm talking about God right now, family. I'm talking about God. My mama raised us in the way we should go. I'm still there. I still have it in me. I still have it instilled inside of me, family. That is what I wanted to tell you. Stop dodging God. Raise your children the right way because they will respect you better if you were a parent and not trying to be their best friends, not smoking with them and, just letting them just have their way. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I'm not even trying to be funny, family. I'm talking about, just smoking marijuana with them. Let me tell you something, family. That is not the way. But I know, of course, it seems like I'm in your business. It seems like, why do you care? Why you worried about it? But I'm just telling you that your child would respect you better if you didn't come off like a friend and you came off like a parent. When you come off like a parent, they feel like, okay, you let them know, look, you can talk to me about anything. I don't care how good, bad, ugly it is. You can always talk to me about anything. And they don't mind coming to you and talking to you about those things. But if you're their friend, if you are friends with your kids, then guess what? You will fall out like friends. You'll end up fighting like friends. And then they see, the whole parent card is just gone out the window. And they have lost respect for you because they looking at your life. And the first thing they want to tell you is, look at you. You do this or you do that. And the first thing they'll do is just blame everything on you that they're going through. Because you indulge in it with them. So be a parent and just know that if your kids get mad at you for telling them the truth, they need to get mad. They need to get mad. It's time to set boundaries. It's time to be parents. Let me tell you, because a lot of children in this world today are doing a lot of evil things. They are doing a lot of diabolical things, family. The shootings and killing is at an all-time high. And it's like they don't even care. And then the first thing you saying is, well, at least, it's not my child. Or, at least, they did it, but they did it for absolutely no reason. So you like, well, that's their child. At least mine's still here. But at the same time, your child lose his freedom. And then that's when you want to speak up and speak out. Don't wait till it's too late, family, to speak up and speak out and say what's true and say what's real to your kids. Let them know, look, I've been down that road. If you've been down that road, I've been down that road. It's not, let me tell you, you don't want to go down that road. That's the road of destruction. That's the road of the devil. That's the road that the devil wants you to go down. So that's what you have to tell your kids, family. And always know that when you do the right thing will follow you. If you do the wrong thing, then destruction will follow you. Because everybody have their day and their time. It is already marked. Let's make the best out of it. And let's do things the right way, family. And just always know that there's none to it but for us to do it, family. Let's do it. Let's teach our children and raise them the way that they should go, family, and be a parent. So at least if we leave here today or tomorrow, we know we have instilled something great on the inside of them. We know that they are not perfect, but at least they, you know, they don't have to be evil, and they don't have to, they can be decent, you know, because all of my children, they give their life to God, but at least they are not going around robbing and killing and stealing from people and things of that nature. So I can truly say I am blessed. But if you're one of the ones and you feel like it's too late, it's time for you to go to God, because now they already grown. Can't nobody turn that thing around but God. That's why God wants you to start as a little child. And then when they grow old, they will never forget. They will never forget what you told them. Even if they act like they forgot, they'll never forget it. Because when that time comes, it's going to click in their head and in their mind. They're going to say, no, I remember what Mama said. I remember what Daddy said. You know, I remember what, you know, if Auntie Ella or somebody had to raise them, I remember what they said. You know, but you have to start when they're young, family. If they're old, it's time to give them up to God. We're not giving up on them, but we're just giving them up to God. Okay, family? And I love you. I believe in you. God believe in you. His son Jesus believe in you. And now it's time for you to believe in Yahweh and Yahshua and believe in yourself, family. I love you. Share this video. Someone really needs to hear it, family. Thumbs up and subscribe so you'll know next time I upload a video. I love you. God bless.